The other day I was browsing Twitter and I noticed I was getting a lot of ads for indie games. Well, I actually didn't mind. Sometimes I get bored of AAA games. I just want to play some fun indie projects by smaller developers. I decided to try my luck and tweeted out that I was looking for indie projects that recreate old retro vibes. Well, needless to say, due to my immense popularity, I didn't get any messages from devs. What I did get was a recommendation from a friend of mine who is also a YouTuber. He told me to play this game called Super Kiwi 64, so I decided to give it a go since it was only €3 on Steam, and now I'm here to tell you all about it. So this game was developed by one person whose name is Cyactro, and similarly to his other project, Super Kiwi 64 aims to recreate the experience of a classical Nintendo 64 game like Super Mario 64 or Banjo-Kazooie. First things first, I was surprised by how quick the game booted up. I literally pressed play and it was right to playing. I have to say that I am impressed. The game controls really smoothly and it's impressive to see how well made the recreation of low poly graphics was done. As for the main character of this game, it's a little kiwi bird. As the kiwi bird, you can jump, you can run, you can glide, and you can use your beak to eat things or climb walls. Pretty simple moves to execute, but really fun to use. The first thing I noticed about this game that was amazing were the levels. I mean, for a game that costs only €3 and was made by one person, you have to admire the fun details that are scattered around these levels. The game is really small, clocking in at around 50 minutes for a full playthrough, but I have to say, for a 50-minute game, the levels were quite unique in their own way. To make the game stay fresh, the developer made sure that every 2 levels the map changes, which makes for really good pacing and change in the tone of the game. For the first 2 levels you get a happy forest with a nice jingle to it, with some trees, mushrooms and vines. For levels 3 and 4 you move to a completely dystopian desert factory type level with these weird enemies that I actually found to be quite unique. Now levels 5 and 6 really were something. Well, from the aspect I'm guessing levels 5 and 6 are a temple, but they got really creepy at times, with you having to activate what looks like fetuses to progress through the level, and with this creepy face at the end of level 5 that reminded me of my worst nightmares. The last 2 levels, 7 and 8, were based around pirates, and the last one gave me kind of a Super Mario Sunshine Delfino Plaza vibe for some reason. I think it's time we get to the main gameplay loop. As I said, it is a collectathon. You have 2 types of collectibles, the power cells and the gears. Each level also has these golden rings that work in a similar way to the red coins in Mario games. Each level has 6 power cells you have to collect. 2 of them are locked behind you collecting all the gears and going through all the golden circles, and the remaining 4 are usually locked behind some type of platforming or puzzle. I think the simplicity of this game is really what gives it its charm. It doesn't ask too much out of your wallet and it gives you what you paid for, a bite-sized N64 style game. Oh, and did I mention the game also has some Easter eggs? In each level there's these codes hidden on the map. Once you collect all the power cells, you can access a secret level through a pipe in the main hub that leads you to a secret level. In this level, if you input the codes given to you, you can have access to some cheat codes of all types, like doubling in size, moon gravity, and even a secret level of the original Kiwi 64 game published by Cyactro on itch.io. Overall, I think this game was really good to unwind and a good €3 purchase if you want something to play on an evening. Consider giving Kiwi 64 and Cyactro's other projects a go. You can get all of them for under €7 on Steam, which is a good bang for your buck, and if you're not yet convinced to buy this game from this video, here is a little words from a famous YouTuber.
Super Kiwi 64, Game of the Year 2023, let's go lads!